guys doing?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
Hey, do you guys want to introduce the band, Amplify? Tell everybody a bit about what you're about.
Well, what are we about? We are about making the best possible music that we can and making it as central and heavy as possible while still keeping the pop hooks going and the acid swing.
It was well said.
Yeah.
It was well said.
Cool. Now, you guys have a CD out, right? Is that just one?
Yes, yes.
And, what's the deal with the CD? When did it come out? Where can people find it? What's it sound like?
Well, it's called Beneath the Beauty Lies Heaven to Burn. So it kind of deals with duality. And you can find the disc on amplifymusic.com or Amplify Worldwide on MySpace. And we keep the site updated. JC, our impeccable drummer, mans the site and makes sure that everyone gets updates on what we're doing and kind of what's happening. But the disc really deals with New York City. It deals with trying to follow through on something you believe in, and just all that takes when you're doing it yourself and you're facing a lot of life's challenges. So it's kind of like a year in the life of us.
Sounds cool. Now, you guys have been around the scene in various bands for some time. Who's in Amplify?
Well, we have JC, who's playing drums in the group, and he's fantastic. I definitely recommend, if for no other reason, hopefully there'll be several, but you have to come see the group so you can see him play because he's wonderful. We have a bass player named Freeze, who is 23 and really a prodigy. We're really happy to have him in the group. Joe here takes care of all the guitar duties, and I think he's the best guitarist probably in the universe. Maybe there's some aliens that might give him a run for his money, but I think he's really in top form. And I kind of just warble and scream my ass
the
off.
lovely Rachel Z.
And Rachel, who plays keys and who is really, I mean, her resume kind of speaks for itself. She's played with everyone from Peter Gabriel to Al Di Meola. I think Christ was on the phone last week calling her up to do a gig. She's really humble, but she's really a badass. She's amazing. So together, it's just a great bunch of people. So I'm really happy to be in the group.
So what do you guys do when you're not playing with Amplify?
Work. Our asses off.
Work. Yeah, work. We work numerous day gigs and sometimes night gigs, and Bobbie and Rachel tour a lot doing their jazz thing, so it's definitely one of those things where we all try and keep very busy in addition to the Amplify stuff.
Cool.
And we kind of don't want to lose sight of being grounded and just having things in perspective. Like for us, everything we do, we pour into the group. So having the balance allows us to keep our stress level in check so that we can be at our best mentally when it's time to write and when it's time to perform. So for us all, we found a really lucky fit. So between people's outside commitments in the group, there's a really nice harmony. So everyone's found just a good balance. So it works well.
What do you guys think of the New York music scene? At least from my perspective, it seems to have changed radically over the last year or two. Any thoughts? Any bands you're hot on?
You know, honestly, I can't truthfully answer that question because I tend to not really follow trends and what's going on and what's the hot band of the moment. And me personally, I'm more of the sort of guy that listens to a lot of R&B and hip hop and all that. So a lot of these bands that are out here right now, I'm kind of not really that hip to them, and not because I don't want to be, but it's just never crossed my path.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of I couldn't name one band in particular, because I just listen to everything. If it's good, I'll listen to it. So, I'm I feel Meshuggah. I think they're amazing. But then, Jill Scott, she's kicking, she's killing it. It's good music's where you find it. I don't
Erykah
really.
Badu, another.
Yeah, Erykah killing. it's weird. It's like our spot being in Williamsburg. You know, we walk outside and it's, you know, it's like a cross between like a Gap commercial, a Dolly painting, and like a crack den. So it's like, it's surrealistic, you know. But the bottom line is, like, Joe has a ton of experience coming out of the hardcore scene.
Yeah.
And I came out of like the alternative scene. So it's like, unless some dude's walking by with his head on fire, you know, it's not a position of being jaded. It's just, when something has substance, you know, it's like gravity. Like, it pulls you in, you know. And when it doesn't, like, Joe and I just kind of, you know, well, we're doing our thing, you know what I mean? So we're kind of concentrating on making sure that our music, that amplify everyone in it, that we are able to express our feeling to the best of our ability. When we can do that, we're happy, because that's kind of like what we can give to music. That's what we can give to the New York scene, because we're all from here. So it's just in us anyway. And the other things kind of come and go, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of things don't really stick. So it's just interesting to watch it all, particularly living where we live. We see, you know, all the bands around and what have you. It's interesting. It's interesting to see who will be, like, remembered, you know what I mean? Because
Sure.
we don't really see that weight, like your first Bad Brains show, or, you know what I mean? It's almost like you have to go to, like, the Smithsonian, you know what I mean, of rock. It's like, it's very, very strange, but we're not judging anything. It's just, when you've seen some of the stuff that, like, you've seen and our friends have seen, you know, you can't fake that. You know, you can't fake that. Either you bring it, or, you know, you talk about bringing it. So.
Right. Well, with you guys being on the scene for a long time, any favorite shows? I mean, anything stick out in your mind?
Man, I would have to say, for me, it would definitely be when I was a young 15-year-old lad that went to the old Rock Hotel on Jane Street to see Bad Brains, Cro-Max, Murphy's Law, and TSOL. And I personally got the shit kicked out of me because the pit was nuts. And I'm just like this young kid, like, just, you know, in high school, wanting to check this out and seeing these amazing bands. And it was just truly like a life-changing experience for me.
For me, it would definitely be seeing Killing Joke the first time, and then I didn't know it, but like 14 years later, I'd be playing with those guys, so that freaked me out. And then, I mean, the Cult. You know, I kind of come from like a darker kind of alternative background, so those groups, like seeing Pill, the Cult, Killing Joke, Chrome, just, you know, even the Butthole Surfers, Bad Brains, just freaked me out. I just thought there was so much that was right about it, you know. So that just sent me on a path, you know.
Now, you guys have a couple shows coming up. Are there any dates you can touch on specifically?
Well, the one we have definitely is, we have an online thing with woozyfly.com, which is January 31st between 8 and 10. We're going to do a few songs and an interview. And we're also doing Fat Baby on March 6th. And that's pretty much what we have for now.
Yeah, we also might have a gig at a place called The Cutting Room. That might be possibly the 7th or the 14th.
Yeah, of March.
Right. But that's tentative. I would definitely suggest that you just go to the site, Amplify Worldwide, MySpace, and we'll keep everything up to date there. So if anyone wants to come down, we'd love to have you come down to the show. Check it out.
Cool. Now, do you guys want to say anything in wrap up?
I'm drawing a blank.
I want to thank everybody for checking it out. I want to thank you for coming down to our space and checking out the music, and we hope that everybody will, if they're free, come down to the show and have a great time with us, and tell us what you think of the music, and just check out the website, and feel free to comment on the tracks, because we're going to start soon pre-production for the next disc, so we really want to get people's opinions on the music and some feedback on the live show. So please come out. Hopefully we'll see you.
Cool.